Damage Check. Today we are talking BT06 and what it means for you. Stick around. Check your source for everything Vanguard related, bringing you the news, spoilers, everything and the like. I am joined with the Doombringer Griffin.
Thank you. There we go.
And the Phantom Nate.
There we go.
I'm about to call you the Phantom Express, and I don't think that you and Braxton fuse.
Oh no! Well, didn't you just get me right?
that perfect mixture, the perfect cocktail. Anyways, we hope that you guys had a happy Easter. Yeah. For those of you who celebrate Easter, and
I had to work more bunny ears.
Was reminded.
It was
hope you found some eggs and chocolate. You did it, dude. You should put a picture of him with the bunny ears.
I was not happy. I was not happy. I will give you that picture.
A lot of things have happened in the world of Vanguard. Spoilers. Yeah. News. Yeah. We got a little bit of clarification on G Guardians. We'll kind of go into. And then I think that's pretty much a lot of it. But let's get started. Let's dive right in.
The spoiler special!
So let's go and start with the spoiler reel. So we're going to go back a week, as we usually do. So these are promos, I believe. One's a promo. Yeah, they're both promos. So the first one is Crunching Worker. He's a Gear Chronicle Grade 1, 7K. This card will soon be a staple in every Gear Chronicle.
This is Sword Me Part 2. This is
the electric
expensive promo.
This is such a good card. So, auto has 2 auto skills. Grade 1, 7K. 2 auto skills. When this unit is placed on rear guard, you may have this unit get grade -1 until the end of turn. Also, the auto skill is, when this unit is placed on rear guard, you may have this unit get grade +1 until the end of turn.
Hello, Vanguard Swiss Army knife.
Exactly. This guy lets you time leap and do whatever you need. You want to time leap into a better grade 1, you give it the -1. You want to time leap into a grade 2, you just say nothing. You say, I want nothing here. If you want to time leap into a grade 3, you go grade +1.
Go for it.
You can have whatever you like.
This is literally... Who wrote this song? Was that Jason Derulo? Was that Jason Derulo?
I don't know. You did it last time.
I did do it last time.
If you two guess copyrighted, I will kill you both.
It's not even
15 seconds!
That's like 1 word!
Hey, react!
So, I do like this card a lot.
No,
I cannot stretch out.
There's nothing wrong with this card.
Yeah, I have no qualms with this card. This card's great.
Straight utility.
It's just utility. It's just flexibility. It's just, why wouldn't you run it? I don't understand. So it's good. Yeah. The other card I cannot say the same for. So, Golden Dragon, Rising Shine Dragon.
Oh boy. More dragons.
Woo! So here's the weird thing about this card is that, like, it kind of explains everything from Stride again, which is weird because it's a promo card, but alright.
Maybe it's in the start deck.
I guess. So, it's a Stride card. Obviously, Stride's
You know how to stride.
Auto, Vanguard, counterblast 1, choose a face down card from the G zone and turn it face up. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, look up to the top 3 and search up to 2 cards and call them to separate rear guard in the bottom of the deck. Actually, that's not terrible. Except for the on-hit part.
On-hit makes it pretty bad.
Makes it meh. Very meh.
We're kind of done with that.
That's like the Aura Geyser. If I hit, I can +2. Or I can just +2 because I can.
Yeah, I like that. I like Aura Geyser is a better card. I mean,
Aura Geyser is one of the best cards in the whole game.
I mean, the thing is just like, Gold just keep getting the shaft, man.
Golds are like, this is how you play Vanguard. We're gonna put all the text on here for you. You can learn to stride. You get rewarded for making your opponent really dumb and loud to get hit.
Oh, can I read this card too? Oh, better perfect guard.
Oh wait, no, there are perfect guards in every starter deck. No, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do.
There are now perfect guards in every starter deck. I think even the start deck has 4, doesn't it?
Does it?
I think the start deck either has 2 or has 4. That's one or the other.
Wow, that's just terrible.
So,
you can't even I can buy 2 of these and get away with it. No.
No, what if it comes with 2 quintet wall?
That'd be nice. At least you still have guard.
Yeah.
You That's still more than the OG Chop decks had. You know how many BGs they had? They had none.
So
and no Quintet walls.
So many Wingles. So many Wingles.
So,
like Maron.
Next card of the day is Rebellious Retainer of Fresh Blood, Frederick. We're going to the DI. If you can imagine from the name of the card, we're playing DI.
Yeah, so you said Frederick. I'm like, alright, okay, oh, good. Frederick?
Hey, at least it's not like super redundant, you know?
Yeah, I'll take it.
At least the name is like a coherent name.
Frederick.
It's not something dragon, the something dragon.
No, they're gonna translate it so it is something.
These are like Rebellious Retainer of Fresh Blood Vampire, Frederick Vampire. You know?
Frederick.
It's Fred.
Hey!
So, it's a stride. Axe skill. Choose a card from your hand and put it into the soul. This unit gets power plus 1k for each card in your soul until the end of turn. And if the sum of power increased with this effect during this turn is 10k or more until the end of turn, all of your rear guards in the front gets plus 5k, and this ability cannot be activated.
Until the end of turn.
Until the end of turn? Is that what that reads?
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be.
Okay.
Once per turn.
Oh, okay. It's a once per turn thing. Got it.
I don't like it. Because Dark Eregs don't have a good draw engine to begin with, and now they're putting stuff from their hand into the soul.
However, that plus 5k to the front row, Jose's all about giving dudes 5k.
Okay, but congrats, they only have 2 cards in hand because you killed them with Vanguard the turn before.
Okay, but not what. Okay, let's take Vanguard out of the equation real quick.
You did it with Jewel Knights.
Let's put Royal Power the entire.
Oh, let's just take the best card out of the game in a vacuum. Yeah, let's do that.
I think it's a good card in the vacuum. I think it's a good one-up. Honestly, what other first strikes they have that's worth playing? I mean, is the Amon actually played? I don't know. DIs are not my strong suit.
No,
You've seen the most DIs because you played them back in England.
I mean, you're gonna get that skill. You're gonna get the Vanguard skill from the Amon starter anyways. Without having to.
The real question is,
I'm more talking about the rear guard powers here. This is putting power on rear guards. I'm all about
that's cool. My question is, where are the crits at? Yeah.
I mean, this deck runs
even
both.
with all the power in the world, you are still a fool.
Alright, so lukewarm. I actually think this card shows promise as far as the first stride goes.
It's some sort of a rating system for these.
I mean, I give the Gear Chronicle an A. I give the gold a D.
No, we do it out of stars. This gets a 4
out of 5. That X play. So, well, in that case, the Gear Chronicle gets a 5 out of 5.
Okay, I'd be okay with that.
The Gold Paladin gets a 3 out of 5.
I'd give it a 2.
I give it a 2.
And
redeeming qualities, it's a stride.
The Rebellious Retainer of Fresh Blood Frederick, I think, honestly gets a hard 3 out of 5.
Okay, I'll give it a 3.
So next, we're going to another promo. Dragonite Rulin. Aren't we getting a bunch of promos in the next set, too? Box toppers and stuff?
Yes.
They're bringing that back, which I actually like box toppers. They make cards incredibly valuable, but none of them have shown, like, except for, I guess, that Gear Chronicle one's probably going to be valuable. If it's a box topper.
Yes. That's why you bought G-BT06 for Lambros and for Sword Me.
No, G-BT01 was
G-BT01.
GOG.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then you just didn't buy G-BT02.
I just did buy. No, I didn't buy. I didn't buy G-BT01. I just bought the singles. Dragonite Rulin says auto Generation Break 1. When this unit intercepts, choose one of your vanguards. At the end of turn, that unit gets auto Vanguard at the end of the battle that this unit was attacked. If the attack did not hit during that battle, choose one of your opponent's rear guards at rest and retire it.
I don't like it.
It has all its power in a weird place.
It's technical
because you have to intercept with it,
and then you have to make sure the attack doesn't hit.
Right.
This is good for like a 15k. Like
I guess it
10
hits
and a 5
rear guard decks, so it would help against something like Vanguard.
Yeah.
They already have cards like that. That if you wanted to play super defensive Kagero, you could just do that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I like this one just because it's pretty simple and quick cut. So it's like it's not a 15k guard. It's actually like detrimental against like something like Vanguard, where like I swing my first column at Vanguard,
they kill you.
You 10k. Well, not just the 10k. I mean, they could kill it to one. They could
They're
kill
gonna
it.
kill your grade 1 to reduce power across.
I'd
the
kill
board.
the grade 2, make sure I couldn't stand it with a stand trigger.
Kill the twin sword.
Or kill the twin. Well, that'd be the last attack.
I mean, even if you hit a stand trigger, it's just a 15k line because it's only getting +6 now.
Yeah, but now we're
14.
talking about a line that I won't ever be able to use. A dead stand. That's what I'm saying. Because if I swing with that first column and you 10k intercept with this, and then you retire the grade. You retire the grade 1 if you're thinking about future plays. You retire the grade 2 if you need to live that turn.
If you have a twin sword on board, you kill the grade 1. No question.
Well, the twin sword skill is going to go off either way. Because you can only retire something at rest. Which means it's already attacked.
Exactly, but when you call it with the twin sword, it's going to be a 15k. The new dude's only 15. It's not a super powerful line.
I'm more talking about if I hit the stand trigger. You want to kill the dude that I want to stand with a stand trigger and make a dead trigger out of it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I would kill the
probability
Burger.
Jose is probably right because you'll use this on the first attack. So they swing the rear guard, intercept, kill that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Most
regardless,
accurate.
I don't like it because you have a grade 1 that does the exact same thing. That doesn't require the intercept.
I mean, we're talking about this card isn't you actually going to run it, but the true fact of the matter is Kagero already has. This is a Kagero unit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kagero already has so many grade 2s that
Yeah,
are
we're
better
not
than
even
this.
worried about this.
Like, Kagero, the name of the game is offensive. Like, we're not going to use... Kagero's not going to use this defensive shit. Like, this is the
Best
fact of life.
defense is a good
We're
option.
not talking Go Paladins. We're not talking Go
I
Gants.
disagree.
Ugh.
But, I mean, I think it is a unique card. A defensive card too late in the game.
Points for trying.
This would have been a good card back like 3 sets ago.
Maybe.
3 or 4 sets ago.
Maybe.
Well, when Kagero was itching for anything, this would have been fine.
It would have been better if
Still
it weren't GB1. That would be nice. Kill a starter off or something.
So, next is the sadness that is you. Do you not like this card? I don't like this card.
Okay.
It's me.
Compared to our Fires Collection cards, it's okay.
I just think this card is so disappointing. So, Dark Dragon, Distress Dragon, redundant,
Yeah.
but bushy. Stride Step, obviously. Once per turn, Counterblast 3, Soul Blast 3, choose a dude, face down and flip it up. Choose any number of your rear guards and retire them. Your opponent chooses the same number of his or her rear guards as a number of rear guards retired with this effect and retires them. If the sum of units retired with this effect is 6 or more, draw 2 cards, countercharge 1, soul charge 1, and this unit gets power plus 20k until the end of turn. Really pushing on that PG or die phase.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think this card's too expensive for my taste. Because basically, to get everything you want out of this card, it's basically Counterblast 3, Soul Blast 3, Sack 3. Well, I guess you could say it's Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 2, Sack 3. To get the full use in general.
To get the full use.
Get the full use.
I'm not gonna run it. I don't know anyone who plans, but I guarantee it will be run simply because Saint Guard exists. A deck that requires a full board, who gives you damage very early that you really don't have much to do with.
I would just say, against newer Saint Guard that only runs 4 grade 3s, they're going to be killing you on the first stride regardless.
I mean, this is your first stride.
No, they're going to be killing you on first stride. You're not going to get the chance to stride. Is what I've been seeing from new Saint Guard, like newer Saint Guard, past V9. We're talking Luge Engine.
And you have 3 unique cards that count as two dudes to retire.
No, that's good. I like that aspect of the card. But you only really need to sack 3 to get the full effort of it. Sacking 4 is... I mean, I understand why you would do it against a deck like Saint Guard. Maybe even against a deck like...
Okay.
Can't even another deck that kills a lot of dudes. And I'm muted, I guess.
Okay. Here are my problems. I like the power. I like the draw 2. I like that I'm killing opponents' rear guards. I don't like that it's initial CB3 and Soul Blast 3.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Those are my only problems.
I think this card would have been better if it had been Soul Blast 2, Soul Blast. Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 2, then flip. Because then if you do the whole thing, it ends up only being a Soul Blast 1, Counter Blast 1. Which is a reasonable cost. Plus Sack 3. Which is as reasonable as Shadow Paladins get in most cases.
Is it though?
I mean, but minus Diablo, just Counter Blast 1, Sack 3, get the world. Or Diablo, but Diablo's only 3. So, what about you? You haven't said much.
It's just classic Bushi overbalancing, and if Shadows were going to lose really anything in G-Reg out of the Stride deck, which it's not because all Strides are G,
So nice.
then what's the point? Are you going to see it? Maybe. You see it as one of? Maybe.
I mean, it's a
Machine
cute
Tech,
thing
maybe.
to put in like budgeted decks. Like if you're on the real budget of Shadows, that's not a bad idea.
You're on the cheapsies. You can't afford anything but like
You
the
mean-
cheapest.
You mean Diablos, which came in
No, no.
at 20
Well, after that, you still gotta fill 4 slots.
Grim Recruiter.
I think that's all the spoilers as of recording. Am I correct on this assumption?
We did just
There's
get
an Aqua
Christos.
Force spoiler.
I can't find this Christos.
Give me a minute. Someone dirtle.
Say-
Oh, by the way, shout out to the UNC Tar Heels for getting to the top of the Final Four. Whoop, 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 whoop. The only first seed that mattered. The only
The
one.
first seed that made it.
The only one left.
See, that was so satisfying because I remember people were saying, UNC is going to be the first #1 seed to drop. It's like, you're wrong.
Nope, we stand the test of time.
It was also our 19th Final Four, which is really impressive. It's more than Duke.
We won by an average of 16 points a game. Can't argue with that.
Okie doke, here we go.
Alright, you found it? Let's go.
That's
Marine
somewhere
General,
down
the
here.
Heavenly Silk, Christos.
Here we go. Christos with a K.
What's up with all this heavenly silk, man?
So it actually was not supposed to be that way, but the English translations made it so.
Oh, that's good.
Because Lambros was actually mistranslated, so there were 2 Marine Generals of the Heavenly Silk, and I think to explain it away, Bushi just started printing that on all of them, made it like the Dark Dragon type.
Got it. Way to go, Wushi.
Okay.
How do we cover our ass this time? With Heavenly Silk, of course.
That's what they wipe their ass with in Wushi headquarters.
All the money they get from Vice Shorts.
You good?
Dude, yes, we're ready.
Okay, Stride. Auto Vanguard Circle. Wave first time only.
So this,
So this has to be the first attack.
Wow, okay.
When this unit attacks Vanguard, CB1, if you do, choose all the rear guards in your front row, and until the end of turn, they get plus 2k, and auto wave 3 or 4. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, draw a card.
Wait, is that what the rear guards get? The wave?
Yes.
The
Wave
rear
four?
guards get 2k, and on hit, draw a card. If
This is
they
actually
get
a
3 or
good
4.
card.
This is good. It can be your first Stride. It's a lot less expensive than Thavas, which I don't talk about much. But when you're talking about a $40 card that came in one set you never opened, then yeah, it may be time to consider another option, especially because I don't believe it's a Persona Flip either.
It's not right.
Nope. Nope.
No, I think this is your
No,
first
it's
try.
just general GB1.
This is just your money.
It's pretty good. If you're already set up to go, this will do it. If you're not set up to go, Thavas is still pretty good because he allows you, he sets you up. This
Yes.
guy benefits on you either dropping everything or just having a title lying around.
Wait, who's that one person? Flavia, is that her name? The one that can attack from the back row, Generation Break 1?
Stacia.
Stacia? That's the one that can attack from the back row, right?
Yes.
See, that's my only problem. You have to have her set up to make the most of this.
Or you have a double tapper like Magnum Soul.
Yeah.
You have to have an enabler.
Or a
That's the only way
title.
this works.
Fair enough.
Title is also an enabler.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you have Stacia in the back
This is also fine.
and Title in the front, you could easily still go off.
This is
You
true.
go Vanguard, then
You have to
one,
have at least
two,
one enabler.
3, 4.
That's how it
Yeah,
works.
I think this card's good. I would use it as a first strike, in all
It's
honesty.
pretty good.
I mean,
It's better than some of them.
they're definitely
Better than
definitely
Title Lord,
worse for.
kind of better than Prodromos, too.
So they're better than most first strides that clan has at their disposal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Because a lot of people are still running one title board.
Okay, we didn't talk about this dude either.
what's-
Gear Chronicle.
Oh, the Gear Chronicle dude? What's
Yeah.
his name? Let's see here. So we've
Ow.
got Interdimensional Warp Drive Dragon. We're going through time and
Yes.
space. Gear Chronicle gets their GR as they always do. One who surpasses
Wait,
the speed
have
of
they
light.
beat Link Joker in terms of GRs yet?
I don't think so. I think they're tied.
One day they're tied because Link Joker also got one.
Oh yeah.
So, Stride, Time Leap, act Vanguard once per turn, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. You may choose a face down card from your G zone and turn it face up. Choose up to the same number of rear guards, the number of face up these dudes in your G zone, and Time Leap them. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards with grade equal to or less than the number of cards time leaped, and basically tuck them in the bottom of the deck. This card's not bad either.
Wait. So, does it do the grade add up thing, or does it do the pick as many dudes as you time left, or does it pick dudes up? Let's play the last part one more time.
So it's all the card says is choose one of your opponent's rear guards with grade equal to or less than that of the number of cards time leaped. So
you can just pick anything.
So we have 1, 2. If you time leap 2 dudes, you get a grade 2. If you time leap 3 dudes, a grade 3.
Or
less.
Okay.
You
So,
say,
yeah. If you do all 3, then
it's really good. I like it. What do you feel? You played your card a lot.
I think it's really interesting because you may choose a card from your G zone and turn it face off.
So
That's not part of the cost.
So there's another dude
if you want to.
So wait a minute. So let's just do this right. If you did that other dude that time leaps things. The Metallica Phoenix that unflips something else.
Yes.
Then went into this.
Yes.
You could still get one. You could still time leap one for Soul Blast 1, Soul Blast 1.
Yeah.
No unflip. And if you unflipped another one, it's really good for a budget build of
time leap.
Of time leap without next stages. Granted, that's not going to win because next stages is the money. Next stages are cool.
Hello.
But I guess you could run 1 Phoenix, 3 of this guy for next stage. Which isn't terrible. Because what you do is you Metallic Phoenix a time leap, then you do this, flip up another one, and now you get like 2 time leaps.
How many time leaps?
2 time leaps.
Like 2 time leaps?
2 time leaps. And then that's a lot of time leaps. I'm just saying.
I like it.
Add this with a promo, and you just get anything you could ever want under the sun. Do a lot of little pokes.
Now, the real question is, do you have to time leap them all at once, or can you, like, time leap and then trigger... do the triggers happen spaced out?
At the time,
I don't think that works.
I don't think Gear Chronicle has anything that time leaps on call from deck. I think the only things they have are on call from hand. Time leaps. So, you're not going to get
any effects that come out of the deck. So there's no point to doing what I just said.
Yeah, there's no time leap effects that come out of the deck.
What do you mean?
So there's no if I did one of these skills, it isn't like, okay, time leap, call 2 dudes, when they are called, they time leap other stuff.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
I mean, do the triggers resolve separately, or did they all happen at once? It's an interesting question, even though they probably do all resolve at once. You have to do everything at the same time. If you could resolve the triggers separately, you can just go over the same dude multiple times and get this effect from deck, and then time leap him again up to the next grade, or
yeah, I have to reread the card to see if it's
I highly doubt it's 3 separate triggers.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. I think you have to do it simultaneously, so pick 2 dudes. So that's all our spoilers.
Yes, as far as I know.
And moving on away from spoilerverse
to news
into newsverse.
News.
Let's start talking about. So Nate's been, I don't want to say threatening. That's not the right word.
We'll just call this segment "Bugging Bushiroad."
Bugging Bushiroad. There we go. Nate's been bugging Bushiroad. You send them an email on
every day. Hey, if they would make things clear the first time, it would be fine.
So that's Bushiroad's forte.
So it was about like 2 weeks ago, maybe, that they did this first. The fact
should probably go over that one first. I think that one's a little more important.
So
that's more relevant. In
yeah. Okay. Right. To bring things into the global world, first of all, our prayers and hopes go out to the people in Brussels, Belgium. We hope that you were safe if you're there, if you're watching us. We hope that you're safe. We hope everything's okay with you and your loved ones. In the wake of the tragic, this is an official press release from Bushiroad. In the wake of the tragic bombing incidents in Brussels, Belgium, we have contacted the venue and our partners in Belgium to inquire about the safety of the upcoming Bushiroad Springfest on April 23rd, 2016. After serious considerations, Bushiroad decided to go ahead with the tournament and has added precaution of basic security measures which we will implement at the event. Our primary concern remains the well-being of the players and fans, who will continue to provide them with the best of care under the circumstances to have fun in safe and secure conditions. Bushiroad Europe. So basically, we're just saying we're going to do everything to keep you safe, to make sure that the only terrible things that happen at the Bushiroad
our organization
are caused by us. So the Bushiroad thing continues. Spain, sorry, you still lose.
Yeah. How is that? What? I'm not going to ask.
I mean, this event still isn't for a month, so it's time to settle down.
Yeah.
Sit in the media. Just Good news, bad news.
So
Poor Spain, man.
Sorry.
So, but good thing is for you guys, the Belgians. You guys get to enjoy your Vanguardness in a month without any delays, anything like that, which I think is nice.
Hopefully it's run well.
But moving on to bugging Bushiroad by Nathaniel. So he's been emailing Bushiroad about what was this about the fact thing they did? It was a questionnaire.
It was a fan meeting.
Okay.
Where I think the details are a little vague. From what I heard, they just like randomly picked 40 or 50 people to go on a panel and ask Bushiroad questions
About the game and stuff?
about the game.
Okay.
And it got translated, it got transcribed in Japanese in 4 parts. They are releasing them to the English public. And we have part 1.
So we have part 1. So we're going to go through this because there are some interesting questions that I think...
We're going to go through relevant questions.
Oh, there are
funny.
a lot of questions that don't matter.
One was like, how can you explain how a Great Nature gets 4K and then retires? That was the question. And they were like, well, they get power from researching, but then they get tired and must leave.
So basically the field is the library. They're like, I'm going to study, and I'm going to pass out because I'm done.
Take a Braxton bathroom break off that response.
Yeah.
Now, granted, who asks that question, and kudos to you, Bushiroad, for finding some bullshit to throw at them. Congrats.
You get one question, and that's it?
Really?
So,
I would ask about the Dark Dragon thing.
I would ask about Vanguard. Why do you keep supporting it?
I would ask for redundancy.
Daigo! Because Daigo comes in, I'm not going to do another theme song unless I get another card.
He hasn't done a theme song in a while. He's like, you still owe me for season 3. Lock on Vanguard. That was the best. So, one of the questions, and make sure you comment down below what questions you would ask Bushiroad if you had the opportunity.
Make it better than the Great Nature one, please.
So, this question that was asked was, I would like to request each clan be equally supported.
Please, no. Please.
It's funny, Ryan says that because that's the first part of the description is maniacal laugh. Exceeded my cough. No, I'm kidding. In principle, clans to be featured in product releases are mainly based on those that appear on the anime. So,
Great smile.
Nonetheless, the Cardfight Vanguard G Series onward, from the Cardfight Vanguard G Series onward, we try to feature every clan in boosters at least once per year. In the future, we will continue to feature at least... We will continue to feature at least once for each clan every year in boosters, in addition to Fighters Collection, so please look forward to future releases. So basically this is saying they try to feature every clan in a booster once per year, which they don't do. Number 1. Number 2, unless they count Fighters Collection as support.
I think this year they did.
Have they supported every clan since...
And Kagero is still wet.
Or 1 year from...
1 year from today, I feel like they've supported everything.
Oh, okay. So you're saying like 1 year from when they started G-Reg, they've tried to support every clan?
I think so.
Okay. I'd have to go back and look. Because I don't think Grand Blue got support until... Well, I guess G-Reg did start 1 year ago, didn't it? Or Generation...
1 year ago from today. Like, if
every
you were to
clan
start now, I think every clan has got something.
Okay, I can believe that.
I think.
But you heard it first. They're going to give preference to anime characters.
Yay!
And more Royal Paladins, more Gear Chronicle,
and
more Neo next.
And I think the subtext from this question to take from it is that we will keep seeing Fighters Collections.
Yes.
They will keep coming. We'll get 4 and 5 and 6. You should really start naming them.
Hopefully they're good.
Fighters Collection, the Eruption
As long as we follow Konami's model on the Gold Series.
Nah, they gotta be like Final Fantasies. Fighters Collection X 2IV Part 1.
Oh, this is funny.
So
this question is less of a question and more of a demand.
Oh, here we go.
That's what we need. Firm hand.
Please do not include G Personaplast in GR.
There we go.
Please increase the appearance rate of GRs. So answer. We have stopped having G Personablast cards with GR rarity from G-BT06 the last set. This last set that just released, which I think is hilarious because they're just like, we'll stop doing it now.
Was it a good idea? We don't care.
Onwards. Except for products with special rarity ratios such as Fighters Collections. Please keep in mind to design cards with an ability that is usable. Wait,
Oh.
excuse me?
Oh, good.
We keep in mind to design cards with an ability that is usable even with only one copy included in the deck. I don't...
Okay.
Unless it is a new philosophy that has not been your... Dote!
Reach it all the way back.
Thing Saver!
Nah, you're fine with one.
Also, starting in G-BT07, Glorious Bravery of the Radiant Sword, the appearance of GRs has increased. However, increasing the appearance rate alone will result in the decrease of the commercial value. Why do you give a fuck about the commercial value? You don't give two shits about the commercial value, Bushi. Should sell boxes. Boxes. But granted, I will say from an accountant's point of view, is directly graded to the commercial value of the card because the card's going to
Then just make the card better.
But make the
Make
card
the
better.
card stronger. You have all the power in the world to just write whatever you want on the cards.
So,
I want to give data back.
what they said in addition, they said we have adopted measures such as having different card finishes in order to preserve the commercial value while making the cards easier to obtain.
Woohoo! We've had SP since set 1.
Well, we got full arts. And now we're going to get full arts with super special. And then we got the golds. They're in secret rares. They just keep going. The rules never end.
I don't care. I just want what the card says.
I just want the next stage on it. I want to pay $80.
But then I wouldn't have a Ritz Chris steak dinner waiting for me.
So
there's that.
This question really gets to the heart of something wrong with what was wrong with the game.
Oh,
It kinda
is this the funny one?
Yeah.
This is the funny one.
However, it also basically tells us that G-Reg is never going to happen. That's a fact. So, at least that's how I take it.
Says Jose.
That's the subtext I take from
You
this
heard it here
answer.
first. Prediction
So-
time.
After the old theme is strengthened, I don't know what that is, that's probably some kind of translation thing. After the old theme is strengthened, it became popular for players to stop at grade 2. If the old theme is over-strengthened, I'm assuming old theme is old cards, the new cards are thus not useful in the battle and makes the fight boring. Very genuine question, basically getting to the fact of how can we stop this grade 2 shit of people not riding to grade 3 and killing me.
Grade 1 was meta back then. Like back in BT, like right as BT05 came out, right before that, grade 1 Rush was meta, and you had to watch out for it because it was the only aggro there was. While everyone else was trying to get to their limit breaks, you're like, I really don't care. I'm gonna Vanguard you. You're gonna get smorked.
So, Bushiroad's answer.
Don't smork me.
Bushiroad's answer is, we do not encourage the strategy of stopping at grade 2. I don't care what you encourage,
You
Bushiroad.
printed sword me and beat on.
You made it a strategy. I don't care whether you encourage it or not. Doesn't mean I'm going to use it. And let me tell you, basketball players,
Shame
and I'm sure the
on
NBA
you.
doesn't encourage baiting fouls. That doesn't we can stop it from happening.
Shame on you.
There's the rules and I can do it, so why not?
So, for example, cards like Air Elemental, Twitter Run, which was the...
I love that this is their solution.
what was Twitter Run?
He's
That's
the
the
one
one
where if your opponent misrides, you flip something up in the G zone.
Right.
I thought you put him in the G zone.
You do put him in the G zone, and then you put him away.
Sorry, yeah.
Terrible
Card. It's a terrible
No, this
answer.
is their solution, Ryan.
are created to counter it. And this is the point that I think we should take this. In the future, while developing new cards, we will continue to offer support and allow old cards to remain relevant alongside with the latest cards. This is basically where I get the fact that they honestly aren't serious about G-regulation format.
At least not yet.
Not yet. Because clearly in this he's suggesting that we want to keep old decks relevant, but also try to keep new decks relevant, which is like mixing oil and water. You just can't do them both.
Yeah.
You either keep one or the other because older cards just...
Or you just errata all the old cards. Or you ban all the old cards that were too strong in the first place.
Yeah, but now he has violinist and Beyond. He doesn't care.
I think it's no fucks. So, a lot of bleeps in this video. So, next question. Sorry, this Bushiroad questionnaire is making me frustrated. Next question, and this is more to, I guess, the errata thing we were talking about at some point, you and I.
No.
So, how do you make the decision on the additional rules on card usage? So I guess this is maybe like an errata question or a question on like rulings.
Or I thought it'd probably be like a ban list question.
Yeah, I think this is ban list.
In principle, we make the judgment based on the card usage rate during official tournament events, as you should. Though I think that is PR speak. I don't think they actually care or pay attention that much.
Check all the deck lists. We gotta use the data for something.
So we pay close attention to ensure that our customers can have an enjoyable play environment.
Oh.
Okay.
Enjoyable.
I mean, but the problem here is you're taking into account official tournaments. Those are your once a year, twice a year Springfest.
between.
World
Well, I'm
Games.
sure that because it's done in Japan, right?
Yeah.
There's more official tournaments, I think.
Yeah,
over
that's
there.
true.
And I'm sure Bushiroad does take a look at, even though they won't admit it, they probably take a look at other tournaments that aren't run by theirs.
Does it affect them?
No.
There we go.
Well, it affects sales by like a derivative way, because I mean, if it's not performing in other tournament circuits, they're still not going to buy packs and stuff. Just giving you things, man. Oh, here's the beauty one. Here's the answer we've all been wanting from Bushiroad. Question: could you explain the policy on the inflation of card power? This is basically saying, why do you do power creep? And
how do you plan on controlling it?
Bushiroad's very articulate, also very accurate and candid answer is as follows. There are many ways to control the TCG environment. For Cardfight Vanguard, we chose card power up, parentheses inflation, as our policy. Animation and illustrations are an attractive way to show off new cards, but we also see the importance of showing how strong the new cards are. This is especially so as Cardfight Vanguard was originally targeted at casual players.
I love everything.
I'm sorry,
that
Bushi, can you
paragraph
take the
just
knife
said.
out my goddamn back, please?
No, that's my job.
I trusted you, Bushi! Therefore, we allowed power inflation to a certain degree, to make card strength easily understandable.
Hang on. Does Bushiroad have a competitive card game? Ask yourselves that. Do they see any of their card games as competitive?
That luck and logic coming.
No.
You hurt me.
No.
You heard it here first, Team Absolution, luck and logic. It's happening.
No.
Well, we're really surprised that Vanguard did so well as a competitive game that we're just going to make another one called Future Card Buddy Fight.
I think that was their try at a competitive game, honestly.
This is them trying to get it on
Best
the
two-
Kaijudo.
best
the
two-
Kaijudo down in flames.
Best 2 out of 3, sideboard, and all the rules of a competitive card.
How hard is it anyway?
How's that going for you now?
The game is also terrible.
Not that we don't respect the people who play it.
You keep
Your
right on
anime
playing
got
Buddy Fight and click off this
canceled.
video. 40 minutes
So,
in.
but the answer's not, but wait,
We
there's
got you.
more. However, Cardfight Vanguard has been around for years, and there are also many players who have played it a long time. We have introduced revivals to the game in order to not make old cards and decks obsolete due to power inflation. For example, Crossride and Reverse cards were introduced in the Link Joker series. Units with the same card name but different abilities were introduced in Infinite Rebirth. Revival Legion were introduced in the Legion Mate series. Revival G Unit was introduced in G Collection 15, as well as Ride Chain support, etc. We are constantly putting in effort to control the environment so that old cards can continue to appear in the new environment. Once again, this is nothing but points to the fact that they don't care about G-Reg. They're just not going to do it. This is them saying, we care about old stuff, so we're not going to care. Sorry, people. In the future, while developing new cards, we continue to offer support to allow older cards to remain relevant along with the latest cards. So basically, this is your answer. How does Bushiroad balance the game? They don't. They just keep upping the ante.
See, that's what I like. He's
And dragging
asking,
the rest
like,
of it along with it.
he's asking, like, how are you controlling power creep?
You know,
And their answer is strategically, we're using power creep itself.
How are you stifling inflation? With inflation.
you gotta
We'll
spend money.
print more money!
That always works.
You're gonna stifle. I'll print more money. The dollar's gonna be fine. That answer kind of makes me upset. One, because they were like, it was originally targeted for casual players. Hopefully in part 2, part 3, part 4, we see somebody like, but what about the competitive scene, boss?
Excuse me,
Could
you
you
just called me a
explain?
casual player.
Could
we
you
go back?
pull up your graphic on who actually plays your game anyway and start marketing to them?
Is it 7-year-olds or 24-year-olds?
Let's look at the demographic of your last Springfest. How many 7-year-olds were there? 7? How interesting. That number's inflated. Like your power levels!
I mean, okay, I'm gonna be positive.
No.
That entire question was in the past tense, which I appreciate. Originally, this was targeted.
We didn't
We
know.
have previously done this.
We didn't know that the competitive TCG demographic 16-25 would like our game. In fact, we had so little faith in it, we just didn't care.
So,
There's hope in that.
moving away, as we get more, once again, comment down below what questions you would have wished you could have asked Bushiroad, but we're going to get more parts, I'm assuming, transcribed as the weeks go on.
Hopefully.
And we'll be bringing you those as we get them. That's what we like to do for you guys. But in the world of G-Guardians and the news surrounding them, we are literally 1 week away, roughly 1 week away from getting
Weekish.
It won't be a week when this goes up. This goes up tomorrow. Coming.
I don't know when it's going up.
On the 4th, we should get news. But that won't keep us from speculating. So I'm almost 100% sure the Team Absolution, you call it.
All aboard the speculation train.
I am almost 100% sure, and I'll call it here, that the G-Guardian guard step, or whatever you want to call it, the G-Guardian to guard with it, has to be a heal from the hand. I'm pretty sure that's it. Because now we've seen, what's her name?
Misaki.
No, the other one. Who she play? Tokaha do it, and we saw Shion do it, because that's how Shion beat Kai. By the way, Shion beat Kai.
Blasphemy.
Just saying, it had to happen.
He must have been brave.
No, the problem. I mean, I hate you so. I hate you so much.
I hate it too, Jose. You can suffer with me.
I think it's because it's the old Kai thing, man. Anytime he busts out a new unit, he has to lose with it. The end, the rebirth, the blood. He can't win with it.
Thing saver.
Also
He lost
lost with
one time.
He lost multiple times with Thing Saber.
He lost twice with Thing Saver.
He kept losing with it. Man ran one Seeker Blaster Blade. What more do you want from him?
He also ran over several people on the way there.
Anyways. Sorry, Kai. We mourn your death. Anyways. Either way, the Holy Dragon Laser Guard Dragon, which was the G-Guardian that Shion used, its tentative skill, we don't know for sure, but when it's placed on Guardian Circle, first of all, it has the heal, we believe, the discard a heal to get on the Guardian Circle. We still don't know what grades are necessary to do it. So it could be grade 3, could be grade 1.
What grades were they at?
I think they were both grade 3 at the time.
Thanks,
But,
God.
when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if the number of your grade 2 rear guards is 1 or more, this unit gets shield plus 5k.
Okay, so they're starting the effects either bad or super forgiving, which is helpful.
Yeah, I mean, basically it's a 20k shield, so.
Okay.
Not bad. This could guard a lot.
I mean, but is it worth that one spot in your G zone?
We don't know how that works.
I mean, who knows? The G zone could get upped. We could get 12 cards in the G zone.
Oh, I just want more Vanguard, please.
8 regular, 4. No, but 4. Maybe it's 12, but 4 have to be G Guardians.
Yeah, so that's what I would think would happen.
That's what you would think would happen with Bushy. I mean,
Or maybe it'll be like a minimum of 4 have to be. Where you can run more than 4 G Guardians, but a minimum of 4 have to be there.
like, it's plus 10k shield, which is
That would be
great,
interesting.
but it's underwhelming.
But that's what I'm saying, that the real power of these has to be the utility that comes just from existing in the first place.
Fair enough.
If they're just more guard and more defensive skills or a multiplier on the cards that are left in your hand and you get aggro to death, then it's super underwhelming, and why did they even go through with this? Like, that's no fun.
15k guards better than 10 than the heal you
You're
get.
right, but if it's just that, that's not a whole lot better than just printing a trigger in every deck that says that.
No, I agree.
It's
However,
gotta
they do
exist for a reason.
But it does get extra power, and it does get extra, like, it's basically 2 heals for the price of 1.
I understand what you're saying, how that is good. But if it doesn't just do something else by existing. If they didn't have these to solve a specific problem, like I said, this really needs to fix the whole grade 2 rush problem.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying now.
Just by existing, this has to be Bushiroad's answer. If it's not, they fucked up.
Yeah,
real bad.
If this is another you both have to be in grade 3 against,
then what's the point?
Then,
Unless, like I said, it would also be okay, just at that, if you're both at 3, and other guy gets to stride first, because then it's okay, right? But if you get to do it earlier, like just you're at 3, it solves both problems at the same time.
Yeah.
You already have a problem of going second is now the new going first.
Right.
So, yes, it solves that problem. If you can solve an additional problem and kill the grade 2 game, then you've solved another cancer on your game. Just by doing that.
You've cured 2 issues that have been plaguing your game for the last 5 sets. So.
It makes going to grade 3, which the majority of Vanguard has revolved around, I don't know, since the very beginning, it brings it back to that level that you want it at.
Yeah, there's no disincentive to not stride.
If you're going to hard rail us into having to be a grade 3 with a certain amount of damage, or making us use a new extra deck, or Legion, all of your mechanics have revolved around being on your boss monster, and then having another condition met, the decks that are very strong in those formats are the ones that can totally deny you having that mechanic at all.
Yeah.
So, grade 2 Rush is a perfect example.
Yeah. Well, we're going to leave this discussion on pause. Let's wait until we get some more news. We're a week away.
Better do the thing. That's all I'm saying.
And I agree with you. I hope it does the thing. If it doesn't do the thing, there are some reasons why...
I'm upset! You'll have a rant about it.
But I hope they do the thing as well, right?
Okay.
Right, Oliver, it's okay. You're going to be fine.
It's 2016! We need a fix for this!
So,
Inflation! We need more power! You're gonna need a little more power!
Saba! Give me the Saba! Okay.
I will wave the Saba around in the rant if we get to do this.
So, moving on to the topic of the... I think that was news, so now we're on topics.
Yeah, we're on topics.
So, sorry, Nate's got me on a new format thing.
Be a little more organized so I can put timestamps.
So, the next topic is... G-BT06 is out.
Yeah.
It is at your local game shop. It is on your ideals. It is on your TCG players. A lot of it's cheap as long as it isn't a secret, right? I mean, relatively speaking. I mean, is there really any card that's like
Night
standard?
Rose.
Well, okay, Night Rose. I'll give you that. Night Rose is like 30, right? Yeah, that Grand Blue.
And so are all the other cards you need to play that deck.
Yeah,
all the Grand Blue's expensive, so...
Tornado Gym?
The Pirate Card, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
It was like 15 last I checked. I was like,
still
why?
It's been TO6 days and I'm okay with this.
I mean, at least everyone has trial deck PGs now.
And
you have access to PGs.
You don't have to go find Gus Jittens. That would have been terrible.
Oh my god, no! So what happens? So what's going on?
The good decks get better and the Pirates came sailing in.
So I still want to see the Pirates, how they do in the next couple Springfests here before I definitively say it, but it's looking nice. But the thing is, it's not new Pirates. It's a mix of new and old Pirates that I've been seeing. 7 Cs, which is like old Pirates mixed with Fighters Collection mixed with some of the new Pirates.
Yes.
So it's a nice little porridge of all the entire Pirate Armada.
So you mean you just took the best cards you had access to and put them together and it suddenly got good? Ooh,
oh, right. That's not how a lot of Vanguard decks work, though. Ripples is not the best cards Aquaforce has at its disposal. Putting one deck.
But let's talk about Kagero for a minute.
Okay, Kagero is, but Kagero's always been that because all their best cards have Overlord in their name.
Bushiroad figured it out. See?
I'm just saying, not all of the stuff, not all the because like before the Grand Blue stuff wasn't just the best. It was the best of its stuff, but the best of its stuff still sucked before this.
It needed the salt.
It needed the new stuff. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, it's not purely the new stuff that is good. It is the new stuff with the old stuff that makes it good. And it's still not even the old stuff that's in a vacuum good. It's the mix. It's the synergy of the thing.
That is good.
So, aside from Pirates...
Thingsaver Blaster.
So now there are technically 4 builds of Royals you can go to.
Woo!
One of them is downright terrible.
All three of the 4 are good.
3 of the 4 are viable. You've got
Fantastic.
Jewel Knights, which doesn't really get anything from this set, but they're still okay. They're still playable.
Still good.
Still good. You've got Sanctuary Guard, which now has a new engine. That thing just is a framed car with a different engine every time. So now they're using the Lubinon engine. The new Lubinon engine. Grade 4 grade 3 deck. Enjoy your grade 2 game, boys and girls. I don't know if I'll switch to that or if I'll
send help.
Or if I'll stick to the Benon strats because I don't like miswriting, but I guess I have to.
You know I'm on raging form. I don't care.
And we got Thing Blaster, which is finally giving me a reason to take the Legion Rare Thing Sabers out of the binder and into my house.
Finished for you.
O'Brien beats you to it.
Who did?
O'Brien beats you to it.
He's not gonna beat me to those.
Ryan is going to play all of the matches on the channel.
No, I'm gonna slap him across the face again. No.
But how are you gonna do Vanguard versus Thing Blaster?
I'll go into Vanguard. I ride into the hell that is my own deck with the Legion Rares.
You can call triggers and PGs now.
So,
oh yay!
Revengers have now, I guess, 2 variants. Because you have Raging Form.
Yeah.
Raging Form rears his ugly head once again, which is we're still testing. Now, I'm gonna preface all this. It's gonna be a little while before you actually see these decks on video, just because we've entered a testing phase where we don't know what we're doing with them just yet. We don't know what builds we want to try out, what kind of mixes we're gonna do.
I don't know what words to use.
Exactly. So, but you'll see it soonish. We're working on it, and moving on to so you've got Raging Form and you've got the classic Revenger build.
Mordred Abyss.
Mordred Abyss plus Diablo.
With Spectral Duke.
And then you have Vortimer.
You have Vortimer Diablos.
Vortimer Diablo.
Which are cute.
Which is fun. And then
it's a good G deck.
Moving on from there, you've got Victor.
Novas are back.
Novas are stronger. They've gotten reinforced.
Yeah.
Novas are stronger.
And we talked about Pirates already. And that's pretty much it.
Angels are back too.
Brave. Well, Angels are back, but this set did nothing for them. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you that. This set, no seal. Somebody just read no seal and made it work.
This is fine. We're going in.
Well, I think with Fighters Collection, it just takes a little while longer because there's so much there that no one really thinks about it. Because it took like 2 months for someone to read Vanguard and be like, "Oh, I could totally make this one."
This guy's on a Vanguard? What is he on? Everything.
Dude, I wish I could. Could you imagine being there the first time someone whipped out the no seal deck too? Like somebody had been like, "Oh, I built this deck no seal." Boom!
Bye-bye.
Choo-choo! The first time someone built Vanguard, they're like, "Oh, this isn't Thing Saber. He's about to get crushed." He killed for a strat, God. He was like, "The Thing
God can help him now."
His Thing Saber
friend, the tutorial level. There's the next build over there.
His Thing Saber friend goes, "You lost to Vanguard." He's like, "Dude, it was like your deck, but it was better."
Didn't the first Vanguard decks use Thing Saber?
They did.
Yes. Yeah. So you didn't even.
Well, no, some of them did. Some of them didn't. Some of them did. It was like a big mix because there was also like that one that was using like four Sanctuary Guard and like 4 Barkle and just going nuts.
Why not?
I think they're actually back to doing that too again.
Oh, please God.
I think that's it though. Everything else. I mean, Brave was disappointing, as I said.
Didn't you get one top though?
Didn't Pin one support or no? I imagine that. Who else got support this set?
No, Pale Moon got support. Yes. This is Pale Moon's set.
And it was kind of weird, right? No, because they also got support the last set too.
They did.
So they got support.
There was nothing spectacular that I saw. Maybe the PG.
Yeah, we'll say that again. Next time we roll up against Pale Moon.
I mean, if you're playing Pale Moon,
maybe you.
Shut up. He grade 2'd me and you know it.
Hey, I've got Diablo now. Pale Moon, not a problem. Send them to the soul.
Unfortunately, Shadows are no longer showing up at tournaments in Japan. Either everybody got bored or everyone thinks they're bad.
I think the first one. So, that's pretty much it. So be on the lookout for those new decks on the horizon. They're coming. And
Make fun of Grand Blue no longer.
we've got them all now.
Except Grand Blue and Pale Moon.
Yeah, we're not going to build Grand Blue probably. We're not building... Oh, but we have a friend who's building both. So it'll be good. Because we'll be able to bring in the content via the 6th Ranger and stuff.
Revengers got faster.
Revengers got a little faster. Wait, which Revengers?
Raging Form.
Raging Form. Raging Form's the fast variant. And I think that Abyss is the more option-based variant.
More option-based.
But in a
Still
fast
gonna
format,
die.
it's all about the quick and dirty.
Yeah.
You still don't know where guys are.
Raging Form is there to fight Saint Guard, while Abyss is there to fight everything else.
Pull out the grab.
To the 7, move the 3!
Alright, I think that is it on G-BT06. Comment if there's anything we missed on that, but so welcome to the AsksAbsolutions.
Hey, you got it right.
Section
job.
of the damage check. To be a part of that, you have to go to our Facebook page, you have to like our Facebook page,
And turn on notifications.
and just put something in there, either post something or send us a message asking us a question, the game, something like that.
Turn on notifications.
Turn on notifications, do
You
all
won't
that
see all of our
stuff.
spring cleaning photos.
So,
And basketball.
Hey.
Next week. We will be the champions. Just you watch. I don't care, we're playing against Syracuse.
I don't care what we're doing. You're not gonna
do. No. We living.
That literally heals me.
The question for today is, we got a question. It relates to the last damage check, and it's, why is it, and then you get involved in devil's advocate, why isn't the Breakride, now I don't know if you're asking Dauntless Breakride, or what he was asking,
Or Overlord.
or Overlord Breakride, well, effective with the Legend deck. And I'm going to break it down. First of all, the Overlord Breakride isn't effective because it doesn't work. It just doesn't.
It simply misses
It
the
doesn't
timing,
trigger.
and you get no additional. If you're looking for 10,000 power on your stride, good for you. But you could have just used Dauntless anyway.
I've got
And
a better option.
if you wanted the Overlord name, okay. But it doesn't grant you an additional restand. Dauntless Drive does.
Dauntless Drive doesn't, however, it is inefficient. Effective is a subjective term, which we could debate back and forth. I don't think it's effective. I think it's counterintuitive, and I think it's more than anything else, there are much more efficient plays that can be made.
They're more efficient but less powerful. Because your only other option is the end, which has to hit inherently just not consistent. Your other option is the ace.
Right.
You have to have another Overlord in hand.
Right.
You get reduced to 2 drive checks.
But here's my problem with the ace.
Yeah,
The ace, you can't run the ace and Dauntless.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Because then where are you getting your other? You dig in your deck for another legend to strike the ace?
I mean, Conroe exists for a
Con-
very good reason.
Conroe does exist.
Well, no, hang on. If we're just talking about restands, yes, you can use the ace. If you want to use Dauntless, there's no point to using the ace because it doesn't work like that. You can't stride over a Breakride. It can't work.
No. But I'm saying, like, let's say you got stuck running the legend, and you want to go into the ace. You didn't get a chance to Breakride for whatever reason. Let's just say you got to ride to the legend, and you want to stride to the ace. Whoops! You're only other grade 3 in your hand, and you don't have the Conroe, which is possible. It could happen. It's fathomable that you don't have the. Now you're sitting on a dead stride. Now, granted, you wouldn't stride it if you only had, but that's my point, though. You decline yourself an option,
Right?
which you could have easily had. That's all I'm saying. Is that
I accept that. I'm just saying you're running Conroe as a 4-of.
No, I agree
You
with
are.
that.
Your on ride is going to let you dig the top 5.
For Flame Dragon. No. I agree that is it possible that you can have it in your hand? Absolutely. Is it consistent? I don't think so.
I think
I would stress to that.
Can do it. There's the debate is usually when cards this powerful come out is, do I run the combo or do I run the consistent second option? Jose and I are fans of the consistent second option because oftentimes in Vanguard it only matters. You want the most efficient play in the majority of circumstances.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't run Thingsaver in your Vanguard, you run Guarantee because, damn it, you need that name. And that name is more important than anything else in the deck, even if Sanctuary Guard is a terrible card. Sanctuary Guard Guarantee is a terrible card. Why don't I run Breakrides in my deck alongside the Grade or the X? Or I could do that, but I'd much rather have the consistent second option. So no matter what I draw, I'm not sad a grand majority of the time.
Right.
Anything I do will result in everything is okay. And because we don't have the Legend yet, and I'm still running the Ace at 2 or 4, then I never run into the situation that Jose says, where either I don't have an Overlord at all, but if I do have a grade 3, it's not useless. I might as well not have this at all. Now it's just a worthless no shield card in my hand. It's going to be perfect card fodder. No, I can use my greats and my ends and my X's for anything that I want to in this situation.
And then, okay, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, I think Dauntless is the most efficient restand the deck can do. For the cost of 1 card, which is your Breakride, and a CB, and a drop, grade 3 Flame Dragon that you're going to do anyways. For your stride,
do you mean
or
the
whatever.
Legend is the most efficient restand?
With Dauntless.
With Dauntless. Wait. Oh, you lost me. You're saying the triple stand?
No, just the restand. You don't need the triple. I'm not going to play.
But you're only gonna get 1 restand, and it's gonna be the drop 3 card one.
Okay, I'm still checking 6 cards on a 36 plus Vanguard.
Yeah.
So you're saying you don't want the thing to say for triple swing here. You just want the
I'm
more
saying-
efficient option, more powerful first, and then if I want a legend later, I can.
No, what he's saying is you break ride, you use the legend skill, you swing at the you use legend skill to up the ante, to up him to the 3 drive.
Mm-hmm.
Then you swing at Vanguard.
If they do intercept both,
They
who
I
cares?
intercept
Congrats. I'm getting another restand regardless.
He
that
restands.
doesn't matter.
He restands regardless. However, I would argue that it's still inefficient. By definition, it's inefficient.
I mean, compared to the other restanding in the deck, it is more efficient. It lets me dig my deck more. I'm less restrictive on what I'm discarding.
Okay.
And they're both targeted at the Vanguard, which only the Ace does, with reduced drive checks and requiring the Overlord to discard.
I see your point, and I'll concede that it might be a little, but the thing is, I think you sacrifice too much consistency around the deck.
And when this is coming out at Springfest, you're talking about a best-of-1 meta, and that, I'm a fan of going combo, let me just kill you.
I could not disagree with you more. If you're talking about best-of-1 format, you want to run the most consistent deck. And that is a different philosophy between us all. I'm his student, so I subscribe to the same methodology. Even though technically you are my student, you subscribe to a different. And you subscribe to the thing that you want the most combos going to end the game. For me, I want the most consistent play that also maximizes. I want the most wins the most times. I don't want any chance that my deck is going to brick on me. Because if your deck bricks on you
We
once...
already have an inherent chance of that by playing Vanguard. We don't want any more. We don't want to add to that percentage of just straight up.
I don't want my deck to brick on me, because heaven forbid if you're ever on that game where you wish you could have strung to the ace, but you couldn't because there was no way to have another Overlord. And that's going to be the day that you're like, man, that combo wasn't worth it. Because you're digging the same amount of cards. You're digging the same amount of cards.
With what?
With attacking at the rear guard and then at the Vanguard. You're technically digging the same amount of cards. You're digging through 6. It's just about how many you want to keep.
That's 1 PG versus 2 PGs that we're talking about.
No. Well, first of all, you take the first swing regardless. In a double attack to the Vanguard.
If you're at 4 damage, that could...
How am I at 4 damage? Okay, we could go into that for the reason.
Damage.
What? If you're at 4
I'm
damage?
at 4 damage, you're saying you're not at a similar damage state?
Oh, we can talk about what deck I'm playing, and I would have conceded that maybe not.
I mean, but if you're talking about Springfest, you can't make that.
That's
Springfest is everything in the world is there. There is no, I can guess.
Well, I'll say in some games you might be, in some games you aren't. And then in some games at the WPG, some games I might not. I don't know. I can't answer that question. However, what I will say, though, is for me, you want to play the more consistent, most efficient build. And you're digging through the same amount of cards. Your dudes are still getting the same amount of buffs. The only difference is to you would rather attack the Vanguard twice. Though that's going to cost you riding something that isn't an Overlord than going over to something that is. Which is fine, because none of the strides in the new deck require there to be an Overlord Heart.
No. And
then none of the grade 2s I think you run require you to, unless you decide to run...
probably run the Harlem.
No, but Nahum doesn't require an Overlord. You just runs grade 4, doesn't it?
As an Overlord.
See, that's an issue for me too. The consistency of that. It's all iffy and up in the air for me. But I mean, I wouldn't do it. I would run the consistent play. That's just me.
I mean, it comes down to my philosophy of why I'm okay playing like Dai Kaiser or Spike Bros in a best of 1. Because that's when they shine. When it is that inconsistent. When it is, I go off, you don't get a second chance of beating me.
Okay.
That's why I appreciate this.
I appreciate those 2 decks in a team format. where it's essentially best 2 out of 3 in a team. That's where I think those decks shine. I would not walk into a Springfest best of 1 singles with those 2 decks. Those decks are glass cannons. When they dud, they dud.
When the Legend comes out, it's best of 1 team league. This comes out while team leagues. This is like before Texas.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, overall, I'm playing the deck that has the most consistency and most effectiveness. While I understand your point
Well, I mean, overall, I think Sanctuary Guard's more efficient. If it's coming down to singles, I wouldn't be playing that deck at all.
I'm talking, but if you're Ryan's going to play Kagero, because he's Ryan. And Ryan, in my opinion,
go to Aqua Force. No,
like
When
one time.
Kagero was in the toilet and Aquaforce came out. Yes, but I typically prefer having everything sing just right. See, Dauntless Drive, while you're saying I can get more power in this instance, that is a fine philosophy. Some people will use it, some people will not. I feel like having that black spot in the Overlord deck is going to cause me more problems than it solves. Like you said, if this happens, my opponent probably will not get a second chance. They will most likely lose the game and everything will be fine. However, I typically don't believe that that instance is worth it, because with how powerful this card, the Legend, is and how powerful the deck can be, on the off chance I don't get it, I can still play the Great. If I like the X build better, I'll play that. If I don't like either of those things and I'm still on Legend and that I don't want to swing, or I'm on the X, I can stride into Express or Root Flare or the Ace. Having every option available to me and not having dead grade 2s and dead grade 3s in some instances, playing Dauntless is not worth it to me.
Fair enough. The only thing in the deck I will say that's dead's the Ace. You're not going to run it. You're going to play 4 the Express, 2 Root Flare.
I may not play the Ace.
2 anything else. And
No,
you're not going to
Dauntless,
if you run Dauntless, you're not running the Ace at all. In my opinion, you have restand in the Legend. You can just express them to death. And you're probably not running the Overlord grade 2s either.
So it's a different build, is what you're suggesting.
Yeah, it's a very different build.
Yeah,
I'm not running Burnouts. I'm not running Burning Horn.
But then I'm saying that you start to deny yourself incredibly powerful cards in the Kagero clan. You're denying yourself extremely powerful units that provide you. Okay, maybe not so the Ace, because we're going to talk about the Ace's power and utility, but you're denying yourself Hollow, Burnout, very staple cards in the Kagero clan, I would say. Very powerful and potent cards that you are now denying yourself is my bread and butter there. Though technically you could still run Burnout, but you would have to find a way to get an Overlord to the drop zone, which is why you probably wouldn't be controlling it before now.
If you're really doing it, you're running Tar. You're running Nahalem. Maybe Burnout, because Tar does that for you. So
Maybe. But the point is, we'll find out. Legend deck is out overseas, and they're probably going to start playing it here soon.
That's another thing. Tar, every time your Vanguard swings, you're searching the top 5. So I find it hard to believe you're not going to have a Great Green Flame Dragon. Or an Overlord, very specifically. Because on your Dauntless turn, you're minimum digging 10 to get that.
Okay.
Or 5, shuffle 5 more. That's not digging 10.
Basically, as you can see, you've gotten a glimpse into Team Absolution. We're a house divided. We're a house divided. In a lot of issues, we don't stand firm at one opinion. We have different opinions. That's what a team is. We have different thoughts. We go from the school of consistency. He goes from the school of power. Which both are respectable, both are potent. In a lot of decks, both work. It's just a matter of... I don't know, what's the one? I don't want to use the phrase that we're never use. It's the matter for consideration about what your philosophy is when it comes to consistency and power. In a best of 1, both decks could lose.
Yeah,
Double triggers and you're done anyway.
Because this game isn't competitive, right, Bushiroad?
Thanks, Bushi. You did your best.
We're all casual players, who cares?
So, on that note, everybody,
Play Steel Dragons.
No.
obviously,
No.
we're Dauntless first show. So, thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed. This is another long damage check. We'll be getting a lot more news from Bushiroad, and the new format has provided us some talking
When
points.
someone bothers to question them.
And I will end this one with reminding you to check out our Gemmer promotional video. We are giving away one of these nice mats. The rules and everything are in that video. That video is in the link to the video is in the description. Probably over here in a box or some sort. So we'll see you here next time with Team Absolution. Thank you for watching. Peace.